y'all, welcome back to my garden. Today I'm here at the front of my house and we're going to be working on a very exciting project. Now I can say I've had some apprehension with this project because I've never done it before, but I am excited to get started and to take you along on this journey with me. So today we are going to be working on trimming up our boxwoods and giving them some fertilizer. Now the fertilizer part is easy, but trimming up the boxwoods has made me a little bit nervous. So these boxwoods we put in 2022 in the fall, and then last year for 2023 we just kind of let them grow on and kept them watered, but we didn't do any trimming on them. And then this year they are looking like they need some work. So that is what we're going to be doing today, is trimming up the boxwoods. So let me show you what they look like. Okay, so here are our woolly bully boxwoods. So you can see they have pieces that are coming out on the sides and have probably let these go a little bit too long, but we are in the middle of April, and so we have reached our last frost date. So I thought this would be a perfect time to get them cleaned up before it gets too hot. So we're going to be just using my Felcos and some little snips. I don't have my hedge trimmers with me because they're at one of our other houses, but we're going to be working on the boxwoods on the right side of the house, and then we're also going to be working on the boxwoods on the left side of the house. Now these are English boxwoods, and I know a lot of people don't really like the smell, but I don't smell them until it gets really hot. So right now there's no smell to them, and they do really well in our conditions here in North Carolina. So let's get started and get these woolly bully boxwoods trimmed up, and then we'll show you how they look at the end. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here is a close-up of the first one. So it looks like I might need to take off a little bit more right there, but I just kind of wanted to get them cleaned up. I don't want to take a lot of the growth off because I want these to get bigger and wider. I just kind of wanted to get them shaped up a little bit. So that is what we're looking like with number 1. And that took me about 2 minutes to do, so not long at all. So one of the areas I wanted to point out is this little dead area here. So I want to make sure that I'm getting anything that's diseased or dead or broken out of the boxwoods as well while I'm working. Okay, so we got them all trimmed up. Definitely not a professional job, but one thing I have learned from doing this is that when you get ready to plant your boxwoods, or any shrub for that matter, make sure to look up at your gutters, because if your gutter ever has any runoff, and we get extreme amounts of rain here, it will put a lot of pressure on your boxwoods or any shrub that you have. And so you can see over here in this corner how this one kind of wants to split. And I think it's the direct result of being underneath this gutter. So if I had to do it again, I would pull them away from the house a little bit more so they wouldn't be in that gutter line. So this took me about 10-11 minutes, so not long at all. I'm just going to put a little fertilizer and then we'll head over to the next section. So I'm just going to be using the plants home today, and I've actually already watered my boxwoods this morning, and they are on drip irrigation. So I'm going to pull back this pine straw, give them a little douse of fertilizer here, and then I'll cover it back up with the pine straw, and then we should be good to go. And we're actually calling for rain this afternoon, so they'll get rained in and it'll be nice. All right, let me get the rest of these done. Okay, so now we are over on the left side of our porch, and we have 4 of our woolly bully boxwoods here. Look at this one. She is really stretching out. And we have a big weed back there we need to get out. So same thing here, like I was talking about with these kind of being in line with the gutter. It wants to keep them split open. So hopefully trimming them back will make them a little bit stronger so they can stand up to all the rains that we get. Okay, so let's get started on this side. So this boxwood here, I did have to cut back a couple places last year because 1 or 2 of the branches, they kind of got just like dry looking. And so it's almost like something was on it sucking its sap out, but it only happened on 2 branches right here. So immediately when I saw it, I did cut that out. So I think that's why we got this hole right here, but hopefully all this will kind of fill in as it grows this year. Okay, so this is the last one, and this is the one that has split so bad. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull these up to see what the size would be when I cut it. So I don't want to cut it down like this. I do want to pull it up so that I can make sure it's the right height when we get ready to cut. So this is our last one. Okay, so we got all the ones on the left side done, and they are looking good. This one was probably the worst off here because of the gutter situation. And we got them all fertilized, so they should be ready to go for the summer. They are on irrigation, so we can keep them nice and wet down at their roots. And I think they look really good. Okay, guys, so we got them all finished up, and I think that they just look beautiful. I just love the way they look, and I think it's going to be just a beautiful addition to our garden. And while I was pruning them today, I didn't smell anything, so I've only noticed it when it gets really, really hot. Now, it is starting to get hot. If you can look at my forehead, I'm starting to glisten because here in North Carolina, we do have a lot of humidity. So even though it's April, it's still really hot. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned a little something today. I know that I did, and I can't wait to garden with you again. Bye, friends.